Hey guys, it's Potato Smash Gamer here, and today I'm making a video about why you should build your own PC and some building tips for it. First off, I don't want to get into the fight of PC versus console gaming, as each one of them has their benefits and cons. Secondly, I am not a PC expert, as all I ever did that would be considered something above only using the PC is building my own and picking the parts for it. So reason number one is the experience and the knowledge you get. While you may not know jack shit about building a PC or PCs in general, that doesn't mean that it's too late to learn. I, for instance, learned absolutely everything solely from YouTube and the internet. There are tons of tutorial videos on how to build a PC and or which parts to pick on YouTube. Some from 10 and some up to 2 hours long. I will link the one that I have learned from the most in the description. Reason number 2 is that you'll save yourself a lot of money. Pre-built PCs are usually overpriced all the way from $50 to $300. Let's take Alienware's Area 51 PC as an example. Of course they are a huge brand and will bump up the price quite a lot to cover all the expenses, just like Apple does with their products, but they still overprice it a lot more than needed. I checked its specs and it appears that you can get all of the things that are inside the PC for $500 to $300 cheaper. But it's not just the big companies that do that. Almost any store selling computers will overprice them, so that's why you should build it yourself. However, there are exceptions on such stores. A very helpful tip when picking parts is checking the price of your components elsewhere to see if you can get any cheaper, and even more importantly, if you can get something better for less money. For example, if you live in the USA and something on Amazon costs, let's say $100, it might just cost only $80 on Newegg or vice versa. Well, that's not too much of a difference. It pays off in the long run when you just don't have those $10 for the case you wanted. Another tip, which is more of a rule, is ground yourself. If your PC case is metal, touch it to ground yourself so you get rid of any static electricity, thus preventing an event where you could ruin a component by statically electrifying it. You can also just touch a car and it should ground you. Also, don't build on carpets, as it will build up the static electricity. A tip that comes from me to you is don't rush it when putting things together or when ordering components. A real life example that happened to me was that I only needed to order a PSU, and then I had all the components I needed. I already had the PSU selected, but I was waiting for my dad to order it because I don't have a credit card. Luckily, something went wrong and we couldn't order it, so I had to find an alternative. It was then I realized I didn't even do too much research on the PSU as much as I should have, because I found a better PSU for less money. The lesson is that you should really research any component, no matter if it's a GPU or just a simple sound card. The other part of the tip is don't rush it when you're building a PC. So here's the deal. You got your parts and tools ready, all hyped up on how you were gonna start building and start installing your OS as soon as possible. What happened to me was that I was carrying my motherboard to the table where I was going to assemble the PC, and being the dumbass I am, I dropped it. Luckily, it was in a box and nothing was damaged, but you might not be so lucky. Also, when I was installing the CPU heatsink, I did not hook it onto the motherboard correctly, so when I picked up the motherboard by holding the heatsink just came off and the motherboard fell onto the table. Lucky as I am, nothing was damaged, so take your time. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope it helped and it cleared up anything for you. Anyways, see you in the next one.